Here at the Anton-Walsh house, our job is to provide you with warm hospitality and get out of the way because it is your vacation. So when you come down for your huge breakfast in the morning, I'm available if you need some guide to some secret rendezvous at a waterfall or something. I wrote a book on waterfalls, so I can help you plot out your day for exploring the Northwoods. But other than that, you're free to come and go and enjoy a comfortable bed with high thread count sheets, extra plush linens, and a few surprises as far as having a very high quality two-course breakfast. The Anton-Walsh house was built in 1896 as one of the first merchant class homes. Eli Wetzler built it for his family, and right across the alley he and his brother had the Gourmet Meat and Provision Company. They came out of the Milwaukee area and were cattle people. And so from 1896 until about 1910, they called this home. And then at that point, Hippolyte Palicki, who folks knew as Joe the Blacksmith, which was the name of his Silver Street Tavern, raised his family in this house and raised 9 children here. And so it stayed in their family. One of their daughters inherited the house around 1950. And so it remained in the Palicki family that way through the daughter and her husband, Matt Lewandowski, until the very end of 1999, when work to restore the home began to create the Anton-Walsh house here on Copper Street. In the Anton-Walsh house, we have 3 guest rooms. Each, of course, has a private bath, is air conditioned for the summer. The Lotta Morgan room is the smallest with a standard double bed, and it reflects a little history of some of Hurley's more colorful past. The next room, a larger room with a queen-size bed, is the Gamekeeper's room, which has old map prints and reflections of some of the wildlife from around the area. The third room is the Northern Exposure room. It's the largest room in the inn with a full bath with a tub and shower, and it has a deck that goes outdoors so you can sit outside right from your room if you prefer. Queen-size bed, a futon that opens up if you need to sleep one more person or bring the kids along. Breakfast is a special time at the Anton-Walsh house. It's always a 2-course affair, and I promise you won't walk away hungry. Every morning, fresh muffins are baked before you, kind of baked while you sleep before you come on downstairs. And if you stay here 3 days or a month, you'll get different kinds of muffins every day. And that's served with a platter of fresh fruit and your coffee, tea, fresh squeezed orange juice. Eggs Benedict is one of the specialties around the house, and we've received many compliments for that breakfast. If you want something that brings some of the very local tastes of the area together, we do that. We harvest our own grapes on the site from our micro vineyard, as well as picking local berries to create the jams and jellies for the table. Then we have a wild rice and cranberry pudding that we'll serve with a locally made Swedish potato sausage. We do a corned beef hash where we actually I roast the corned beef a day ahead of time so that we can char the sliced into chunks so that you can actually tell you're eating corned beef, mixed with hash browns, almost caramelized onions, some roasted red bell peppers, a little bit of cilantro, a little bit of thyme, tossed all together and served with poached eggs. Or maybe stuffed French toast with mascarpone cheese. The Italian cream cheese is blended with brown sugar, maple syrup, pecans, the zest of an orange, and our own homemade vanilla. Our peak season runs from about Christmas to mid-March. It's the snow up here that really draws people to the Hurley area. Right from the back door, you can ride a snowmobile. You're connected to 500 miles of trails right here in our own county, and within a 50-mile radius of here, you can reach 1,000 miles of trails in neighboring counties in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. In addition, there are 4 alpine ski resorts lying to the east and to the west of us. We're kind of central for that. And then within a half an hour's drive, you'll find 140 kilometers of Nordic skiing, along with ice fishing, skating, snowshoeing, and all kinds of winter sports that play well to an area like ours, where our average snowfall is 204 inches. Summertime activities are interesting. If it's the motor sports that interest you, you can ride your ATVs and connect to 200 miles worth of trails right from our back door. If you're more into the silent sports, you'll enjoy it because within a half an hour of the inn, there are more than 50 waterfalls ranging from small tumbling waterfalls up to the 110-foot Superior Falls close to the shore of the world's greatest lake. Hurley is surrounded by vast hardwood forests accented with tiny mountains, hidden canyons, the remote waterfalls, and of course the south shore of the largest lake in the world. Well, we're just a block and a half from the Iron County Historical Society Museum, which was the old courthouse. The clock tower still works. In fact, your loyal innkeeper here is the keeper of the clock for the city, where the bell chimes off all of the hours. Silver Street, one block to the north of us, is a rather infamous street. It has seen some pretty wild and woolly times. And so you're in the middle of it all. And from here you're not far from Copper Peak, the largest ski jumping structure ever constructed anywhere in the world. There's Hiawatha, the world's tallest Indian. The Montreal mine, while it operated, was the deepest iron ore mine ever in the world. And then, of course, we have the rivers and the waterfalls, because we're on a plain where our water races north, and the water has to drop 900 feet between here and Lake Superior. That's about 11 miles as the crow flies.